We've seen DJT talk even more in recent days about the possibility of a third term. And in one of his latest interviews, he said that he's not joking. Most people are rightfully upset about this and saying it's not possible because of the Constitution. But that's not entirely accurate. I went to Yale Law School where I focused in constitutional law and specifically did a lot of work around the Electoral College and the presidency. So I'll explain this to you as simply as possible because you need to understand how this could all work. Okay, so background. The 22nd Amendment, which is known as the Term Limit Amendment, was ratified in 1951. And this was a result of Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was voted in for 4 consecutive terms. Before FDR, there was no term limit. Presidents generally ran or served for 2 terms, but that's just because that's what George Washington did. It was a custom, not a requirement. The text of the amendment reads in Section 1, "No person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice." Now, the key word there is elected, not served. So, for example, if DJT was to run as the VP pick on the next ticket, and then that VP stepped away or resigned, DJT could succeed him. But Dario, wait, what about the 12th Amendment? Doesn't that prevent him from serving as VP? Technically, no. Preeminent constitutional legal scholar Lawrence Tribe summed it up perfectly. He said, and I quote, "Anyone discounting a third DJT term per the 22nd Amendment plus the 12th Amendment is thinking magically. The 22nd Amendment doesn't bar serving a third term, only being elected 3 times. The 12th Amendment doesn't bar running for VP unless ineligible to serve as president, but DJT is not ineligible." Now stick with me. The only requirements to be president are 35 years of age, natural-born citizen, and 14 years of residency. That's it, that's all. He meets the eligibility requirements. So yes, there is a scenario in which JD Vance or someone else runs with DJT on the ticket as a vice presidential pick and then resigns the day of inauguration. Now, obviously, this is all unprecedented, and it would almost certainly be challenged in the Supreme Court, and they've never ruled on it. They could argue one side and say, hey, the text is ambiguous, but it's clear that the writer's intention was to prevent a president from serving 3 terms. But DJT's team and lawyers could make the argument that if that was the case, why did they specifically use the word elect as opposed to serve? Word choice matters, and it's specific. Now, the 2 other options for a third term would be a constitutional amendment, which is extremely unlikely, or the possibility that DJT ignores the rule of law entirely and decides to stay in the White House. Either way, we've already seen that the Republicans in this administration don't mind not playing by the rules. So when DJT says things like this, it shouldn't be taken lightly.
If you guys want my opinion in this matter, I hope that you guys invest in yourselves and strongly consider becoming business owners and controlling your own destiny instead of allowing these companies as well as these politicians profit off of our hard work. Ain't nothing wrong with a job, but consider it a stepping stone, and as soon as you get the chance, step right on out. It's not easy, but if you can achieve it, it's definitely worth the hard work. This is Kev, man. Appreciate y'all. Always wishing y'all peace and love.